big news. So I bought the carby off someone on Facebook. It was a blow-through methanol carby. And local guy Jimmy, he knows shitloads about carbs, so I took it down to him. I thought, I'll just get him to check it and make sure it's all right. So I looked through and he said, oh yeah, there's some good bits in here, someone spent some money on it. But then he looked and he said, oh, it's not going to work for a blow through. We won't get enough, without doing heaps of modifications, we won't get enough fuel into the carby to be able to supply enough. And then he asked about what pump I was running and what regulator, and we did all the math, and basically I either need to get completely new, like a massive pump and a massive regulator, or pretty much double up exactly what I've got already, another pump, another line, another regulator, just to get enough fuel into that carby to run methanol in blow through. So it's like far out. It's probably another couple of $1,000 just in fuel system just to run that. So for now I said, well, what can we do with that carby without spending too many dollars on it, and just for a little bit of money I can get it set up to run E85 but naturally aspirated. So it's just going to be running carby, E85, no turbos at the minute, and that fuel system and regulator and stuff will cope with it. So for now, turbos are off, so it's just going to be a naturally aspirated. It's probably more in tune with the whole NASCAR theme. So yeah, the J-pipes are going to come off, exhaust will just run straight out there. So I'm just going about doing the cooling system at the minute. There's my little pump here, so this will have to mount down here somewhere, like that. Alright, so cooling system's nearly sorted. So this whole piece that I made all mounts off the radiator. So I've got the transmission cooler there. These fans here all mounted to the back. So I'll just set that up there. So yeah, so that whole thing, it just drops into here. Like that. Plug that hose in. And then alright, I've got some good I've got good news. Look at that. It's just a completely stock standard converter, but I'm not even sure what cam's in this engine at the minute. So look, I've got that. That'll get me skidding in a couple of weeks time, and then I can sort of figure out and maybe try and find one before summer nets. But that's gone in a hell of a way, like a lot further than the other one. I couldn't even use the adapter on the other one, and I just checked, put the flex plate up there and measured the distance, and it's all clear. So I'm going to bolt that flex plate back in, get that transmission in, and then I can cut the tail shaft, weld that, and start finishing the pedal work, and then it's wiring. So finally making progress. Alright, look at that. Transmission is in. So I'm just going to make the tail shaft now. So this is the one that I got. It was off a Tirana. Same yokes and that sort of stuff. So I've just got to cut it down. So because it steps down here, might get a bit tricky. I'll cut it off the front, cut around that weld, clean it up, figure out how much I've got to shorten it, and weld it back on. I know that I can meant to balance them and stuff, but I've made I think four different vehicles now, and just sort of kept them lined up, and I've never had an issue. Then none of them are vibrated, even the gaslet which I made, and it does 200k an hour down the quarter mile and no vibrations. So give it a go. Have a look at that, ready to weld up. Just need to get some more of these bolts because I had to cut them to get them off. They were jammed in there. So I will go and weld that up. Sweet. Welcome back. So just on the rear firewall sort of section, that's just some aluminium composite panel. Still got a sheet around there to sort of seal all that off, but this will basically be to mount like ECU, fuse panel, wiring, all that sort of stuff. So the wiring will go out the back and then down through the tunnel and up through there. I'll try and keep it all pretty bare inside there. Yeah, so that's the idea there. It's just sort of sitting in there at the minute. It'll just cop a couple of pop rivets in the top and then some angle down the bottom to mount it, but it'll make it all neat and able to mount all the wiring. So alright guys, back on the cooling system today. So I just went and stole this off. I had an old Holden combo van at home, so that hose will connect to there. I'm going to find somewhere to put this. I'll figure out exactly where soon, but somewhere like that. It's just got to be higher than the rest of the cooling system. And then I just made up this little piece here. So I went and got some stainless little elbows. And then I've just welded a bit on the end there. You can see I'll clean that up with the flap disc, just so it's got a little bit of a bead on it. So then that'll go in there, just a short bit of rubber hose there. And that keeps that mount up out of the way. Plenty of room for the exhaust to go through there. So that's good. Once I get that done and this mounted, cooling system will be ready to go. And I've just got a call, my carby's ready to pick up, so I'll go in and pick up that today. All happening. And I just had a look at the wiring diagram for this Haltech that I've just mounted here. Just put this sheet in, cut that all out. That's the fuse panel. So I'm going to have wires coming through here, through some grommets through there. I had a look in the wiring, it's not too bad. It spells it out all really easily. So within the week this thing could be running. So yes. Alright, check it out, coming together. So the whole cooling system's now, except if I do that one up, it's all good now. It's got that steel line near the pipe, so that should help a little bit. Yeah, I'll do that one up, and then we'll fill her up with some fluid. See what happens.
Oh, you'll fill her up alright, mate.
Yeah. Should have ordered all the new plugs. That plug for that, different plug for this sensor. That'll be for that one actually. Cam plug, crank plug. Yeah, so that one's got it plugged into there, which is the wrong end on it at the minute. So that'll all be right. And hopefully this fills up and starts bubbling out of there without any other leaks.
With a bit of luck.
Look at that pour.
Oof. Looks like cordial.
Yeah. Let's fill it up.
It's not leaking yet.
Oh, there we go. It's just coming out of that one there. And it's coming out of that one there. Good. So I'll need to get a little bit hose for that. That's easy fix.
Got some prize. I think I saw something out just there.
Cool.
Shit, yeah.
That's good stuff. So the idea behind this cooling system is this little fella. Got to hook that up. That hooks up to battery positive fan relays. So I'll have relays going to this plug here, and that will control the electric pump,
Which is around here.
will control that pump. That's plugged in there, and the fans, and keep it at, I'll do its best to keep it at whatever temperature I set.
Cool. And
Turn
so
them both on and off and stuff. And after a skid, when it's hot, you can just leave the power for the fans on, and it'll run the fans and the pump, circulate it, and cool it all down afterwards.
that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Super handy.
What's next? Just got to re-pin a few of these plugs. Plug that in, that's a fuel pressure sensor, so that'll show up on the computer. Instead of having a gauge that I can't see. So, yeah, you've got to redo a few plugs, start wiring the coils, mount the coils, and then feed it all power.
How sexy
And then
is
start
that?
scratching my head with computer maps and different options and shit like that.
Yeah.
Just trying to get the timing right, so I've no idea how you do that. Set it on top dead center, or whether it just picks it up automatically. Or
With the ECU.
So, yeah, I don't know how that syncs and works out.
So is your plan to just start at like a basic LS tune and then go from there? Like get it running and then...
Yeah, like I'll just do it as there's about 10 options there I think you can choose for different maps.
Yeah.
But I'll just choose basic. I think you might be able to choose one with carb or something. Or,
Yeah.
no, I don't know if they did have carby, but just like standard.
Yep.
So the
And-
right camera that's in it. And then, yeah, that'll be very conservative timing for the 85.
Yeah.
Just run it like that for a little bit, and maybe if we get time, throw it on the dyno and have a play around and see what we can get out of it.
That'd be cool.
But just basically want to get it running and moving first and check that there's no oil leaks and water leaks and that everything's working alright.
I know obviously you're a little bit gutted that the whole twin turb skis didn't work out, but surely you're quietly relieved that it's going to have possibly 200 less horsepower.
Oh yeah, I wasn't worried about having too much horsepower, but I was worried about it blowing up after
Yeah.
the skids.
Yeah.
So at least this way I have to go for quite a long time.
Just keep running and running it. It's going to have more than enough power, I reckon.
Like, probably still have 400 horsepower, so
Yeah.
400-ish horsepower and something that weighs, I don't know how much weight, we'll have to try and weigh it, but I'm just guessing 700 kilos maybe.
Yeah. I think you're going to be alright, Ryan.
Yeah.
It's going to be freaking awesome.
And yeah, it'll be good to learn. Get everything working right.
Yeah.
If I want to up it later, I can. Or I might just leave it in A and just put a bigger, nasty cam in it. Or,
Mm.
Who knows?
Sick.
Parts in place. So Ricky's doing the stickers and stuff now.
Mm.
I'm hoping maybe a Monday or Tuesday, or is it Thursday today? Monday or Tuesday to take this over and put the body on and hopefully drive it and skid it out of his shed. So that's
Shit,
the
yeah.
plan. Got a few days of head scratching and wiring ahead of me.
Oh, you'll enjoy that.
Mechanical's all pretty much done, so.
Shit. Yeah, man.
I'm pretty happy with that little bracket I made for that.
Mate, I have to be honest, all the brackets you've made are freaking, like, perfect. Like, everything on this chassis is
It's all
like...
pretty good, isn't it?
yeah.
Hopefully it should
Like,
all work pretty well.
you look down here for the bumper support, I suppose, what would be the Rio bar. Not going to stop much in an accident, but it's so good, man. Like, everything's so tight. Being able to put the trans cooler in there.
Yeah, well, I don't need a separate fan because it'll suck it through.
Yeah. So that bumper, did you say it bolts on here?
Yeah, over in them little brackets on top of the bumper there.
Over here?
Yeah, it goes under
Yep.
that. Yeah.
And then you've got
And those bits
little,
slide in there.
so those things slide onto there, which are at the end of the chassis rails. And then, like, even just the brackets for the radiator as well, like,
Yeah, well, that's
come up so good, and you've got little adjustable arms there for it. Like, everything's so neat and tidy. I love looking at the little stuff that most people won't look at, unfortunately, but I suppose when the body's up, it'll give them an opportunity to have a look over it.
Yeah. Still got to do the dipstick for the auto here. So I'm only pretty sure it's just hanging out there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to hang it out there, or I might even have it coming up through the fence tunnel, just like right there.
Is that just an off the shelf one?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So people just make them up with fittings and stuff. But yeah, it's just not quite long enough to sort of hang. I would have liked it to be up here somewhere. So
Yeah.
Nothing to cut it like that. Might be cool just.
Just check it while you're doing a skid, mate.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, so this wiring's going to probably I'll put little P-clips there and just have that going along there, and up inside the tunnel there. Cable tie all that up to that the other way. So
so
a few plugs for the... Yeah,
it'll sit on the outside and then sneak its way in?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
It's just better than, because these plugs are so big and stuff, that plug's so big, I had enough grommets that would fit straight through there.
Yeah.
Underneath. And I'd rather keep it away from the tail shaft if I can, just in case
Yep.
it hangs it and snags it. Yeah. You've just got to just plug away. Plug away. Get it?
Sick, dude.
Yeah.
Oof. So the dash display will be attached to this, will
About
it?
twice the size of that. It'll be sitting there.
Awesome.
And then this will be over here somewhere.
Sick.
Or maybe even above that, I don't know. So yeah, I'll just leave it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Minor details.
So brakes, everything mechanical once I do it. There's your bolts. Plug a few holes here, do the lines for the auto.
Yep.
That should be all good. And that's just wiring and computer shit.
Shit, yeah.
Exciting.
Sick.
Alright, look at the body. She's all loaded up. About to drop the kids to school, then head out to Ricky's, and he just wants some time to do it out there, so next time you see it, should be a lot cleaner, and we'll stick it up. So fingers crossed it lasts the journey out there, but next time you see it, it'll be a NASCAR.